Hi. Welcome to lesson number 16, module 6 of the Big Data and Hadoop Developer course. So, in this particular lesson, we will be having a look at the join operator in BIG. So, before we proceed with the lesson, let's have a quick recap of the previous lesson. So, in the previous lesson, we have learned about the split operator in BIG. So, in this particular lesson, we will be having a look at the join operator. So this slide summarizes the operators we were discussing so far, and we have already completed the loading and storing category, the filtering category, and the combining and splitting category. And now we are beginning the grouping and joining category with the join operator. So the join command performs inner join of two or more relational tables based on common field values. Now the join operator in PIG behaves almost exactly like the join operator inside an RDBMS. So when you have an RDBMS and you have two tables and imagine that both the tables are having a common column, then you can perform something called an inner join. Now that is exactly achieved by using the join command inside pig. So the only condition is that we should have two data sets and both of them should have a common column. Now to demonstrate this, I am using two data sets. The first one is the citytemp.txt data set, which we were using throughout this module, and the second data set is called city state. Now in the second data set, as you can see, I have the first column which is the city and the second column which is the state in which the city belongs to. Now the idea is to do a join, so technically speaking an inner join between these two data sets so that we can get a final results based on the common column which is city, and the state will be added to the new data set. So here we can see that I'm using the load operator to load the particular file called city state, and I'm loading the city state as char array for city and char array for state, meaning the data type for the first column which is city is char array and the data type for the second column state is also char array. So I just created a relation called city state in which I am referring to this new data set called city state. So here we can have a look at the join syntax. Now the join syntax is used in such a way. You can type alias equals join alias by, then you can have continuous expressions which will result in what you are looking for. So here, as you can see, I have demonstrated the join operation by typing join1 equals to join city temp by city, comma city state by city, semicolon. Now what does this exactly does is it will pick the common column which is city from both the data sets and do an inner join. However, if you look at the dump of my join1 output, the resulting data set has the city column repeating twice. This happens because the city column is being referred two times from two different data sets. Now, as I have explained before, this particular operation or this particular relation will produce a new data set in which the city values will appear two times. Now let's understand the usage of the join operator. Now the join operator is used to perform an inner join of two or more relational based on common field value. Now the key thing to understand here is that if you just mention join, then the operator is always going to perform inner join, and the inner join usually ignores null keys. So it is advised to filter them out before the join operation. Now you might be wondering, is this the only way to do joins in BIG? Well, not exactly. We can use the outer join operator to perform left, right or full outer join. However, the keyword outer is not required. For example, if you want to perform left outer join, you can simply use the keyword left, and for right outer join, right, and for full outer join you can use full, and they will respectively operate and give you the result based on left, right or full joins that you are doing. So to wrap up, in this particular lesson we have learned about the join operator in BIG. That's all for this lesson. If you have any questions,